So we got the radio.
Yep, so what you need to do
Looked
now
out.
is you need to get your ATIS, so make sure you've got the right frequency set, so 127.20.
And it's
Okay, yep.
Com 1.
Make sure
That's
it's
already
not too
down,
loud,
yeah.
yep.
Okay, you can vacate right. Echo, Charlie Bravo, West End.
Tower approaching by West End. Radar available on request. Blackpool information. Acknowledge receipt of information. Mike, time 0950. Runway news 28. Surface wind 270. 14 knots. Visibility 40 kilometer. View 1,400 feet. Scattered 2,000 feet. Temperature +18. Dew point +14. QNH 1018. Increased bird activity around the airfield.
Nice.
Cockerel active.
Okay.
You got everything? Yeah?
Yeah, I got everything.
So now that you've got the QNH 1018, you can set it to make sure it's correct in the box. So 1018 is set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang on, isn't
okay.
it? Yeah.
And you're okay with the radio, Paul?
Yeah. So give them a call.
So, in your own time, yeah, when you're ready, make sure it's quiet on the radio first, and then...
Just need to turn mine up a little bit. Where am I? I'm on the top one, aren't I? And that one.
Yeah.
It's a bit quiet for me.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Being a radio presenter, I'm always deaf. Blackpool Tower, good morning, Golf Bravo, Romeo Bravo Whiskey, outside A&T with information Mike and the QNH 1018, request taxi.
Golf Bravo, Romeo Bravo Whiskey, just stand by.
So when they say stand by, you don't need to say anything, you just hold.
Bravo Whiskey, taxi initially Bravo 2 to hold. There'll be opposite direction traffic for West Air. Will be runway 28 for departure. QNH 1018.
To Bravo 2 to hold. Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Yep, that's it. So looking at the airport map, you can see that Bravo 2
Is here?
is just there, yeah, just around the corner, just over there.
So we're heading for that.
We can
truck,
go,
really,
and then,
aren't we?
yep. So before we move off, close the throttle so we don't bang into anything.
Forward.
So close the throttle, that's it. And then release the parking brake.
No button.
And then as you put the power back in, make sure we're not going to bang into anything very slowly.
Clear.
Okay.
That's better. Wonder why it was a bit...
A bit warm inside. That's it, so nice and slowly officially, just to get us moving. Making sure the wingtips are going to miss everything, nice and slow. Nice and slow.
Like another plane.
Nice and slow, clear, yep, clear left, yep.
Yeah. So how do you go when you fuel? Do you have to get permission, I take it, to go as far as fuel?
Yeah, to go all the way around now. So, we need to test the brakes, Paul, so if you can very gradually apply both brakes, that's it. Thank you very much, I have control.
That's fine.
I'll just test my set of brakes for us. So, my brakes work.
Yep.
And the handbrake's working as well. Okay, you have control, Paul, we're just picking that yellow line up. Have you noticed the kites over there? There's something going on in St Anne's. There's some kind of festival.
Kite festival.
Yeah, kite festival going on. Quite big, those kites, actually, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there's Bravo 1.
Yeah.
And there's Bravo 2 just behind it that we need to stop at.
Trying to follow those hinges.
Golf Whiskey, report when you're visual with the Cessna 172, just approaching Morrison's.
Visual Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Visual Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Bravo Whiskey, roger that. Aircraft's going to West Air. After it's vacated onto the West Air parking, you can continue taxiing Echo 2 via the Bravo Charlie and Echo taxiway for 28.
After the aircraft passes right to left, cleared to taxi to the calling point Echo 2 via Bravo Charlie and Echo Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Bravo Whiskey's correct. QNH 1018, weather Mike.
And 1018 we have Golf Bravo Whiskey. So we're just waiting for him to pass.
Yeah.
Is it a bit too much for you then, Paul?
I just haven't got a hand free to start writing.
Your face just was like, what did he say?
Shall we Echo 2 for departure, won't we?
Yeah, it'll be round to Echo 2. So now that the aircraft's passed us from right to left and he's on the loop apron now, we can continue taxiing to the holding point Echo 2. So you need a bit of power initially, and then you can drop it back. Yeah, drop it back. So keep one hand on the throttle to control the speed, one hand on the controls to stop the wind bouncing them about, and just keep the aeroplane nose wheel on the centre line so it runs through the seats. That's it, that's a good speed to be at, not too quick. Nice and controllable. Now up ahead, Paul, we've got a right hand turn, okay, so we can do some taxiing checks as we turn to the right. So we'll start with the compass and work our way down. So as the aeroplane turns to the right, the compass numbers increase, so DI numbers increase, turning to the right, skidding to the left, and the artificial horizon is steady and erect. I'm actually glad it's a bit cloudy, to be honest, just a bit of shade, because it's been so hot.
That's what I think about Menorca, it's going to be about 46 degrees.
Do you know what somebody had a brilliant idea about yesterday? Do you know the cigarette lighter?
Yeah.
Do you know those fans that lorry drivers
have? 12 volt one.
Little 12 volt one, but the lorry driver just blows them around.
Somebody last night loaned me a Dyson one that has no blade. It's
know
just a hole.
I saw those in the Trafford Centre. So
200 odd quid.
Was it any good though?
Yeah, absolutely stunning, but not 200 odd quid's worth of stunning.
Was there much difference between that and a regular fan?
Actually, probably less power than a regular fan.
Was it quieter to sleep with though?
Oh no, I was working.
Oh right, okay.
Had it pointing at me while I was doing the disco.
So here's Charlie coming round to the left.
Slow down left and watch the opposite.
Yep, so if you just take a little bit of power out now and let the aeroplane gradually slow down, minimise the brake wear. That's it. Now we're just coming around to the left. Now as we're turning to the left,
watch the opposite.
Compass decreases, DI decreases, turning left, skidding right, and the artificial horizon is steady and erect. That's it, on the centre line. Gradually, that's it, nice and slowly on the brakes. Now remember, as we get to the holding point, Paul, we need to do our power and checks. So we need to just put it off to one side and then just turn it at an angle. A little bit further just yet. Watch the lights, you don't go too far. Yeah, the pedals are nice and straight, so you can put the parking brake back on.
Yep.
And just reset 1200 RPM on the throttle. There you go, so back to your checklist.
Into wind, 1200. Change tank to the fuller tanks at the left.
Make sure it clicks as it goes.
Yeah.
Definitely clicks. I'll just confirm and yep, I'm happy.
Temps are in limits. Cover the brakes. Set to 2000.
So as you're doing that, checking the brakes are holding.
Which they are.
Yep.
Set carburetor heat hot.
So looking for the drop, so there's the drop.
And return.
So that's enough time so you can put it back to coal now.
Magnetos check left
so
and
nice
right.
and gentle as you do it, one click. There's the drop. And back to both. Recovering.
And then a second.
Dropped again.
Drop.
Back to both.
And back.
And recovered back to original.
Suction between 3 and 5, which it is. Ammeter's charging.
Yep.
Engine temps and pressures within the limits.
Yep.
Yeah. Set to idle. Oh, there, isn't it?
Yep. And then reset 1200.
To 1200. Reset to 1200. Next page. Trimmer we know is set. for takeoff. So we check that, whether it was right.
Yeah, yep, I'm happy it's in the neutral position.
That to finger tight. Mixture's to rich. Magnetos are both on.
So we just
checked.
We don't
It's definitely across. Primer is locked. Pitot heat we didn't need. Flaps we don't need. Check and set.
So make sure the compass and DI are synchronised with each other. So that's about 190. So
bang on.
Isn't it? That's doing 20 that. So if you come left 10, that's it.
Yeah.
And make sure as well that we've got the correct QNH set in the box. So 1018 set.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Harnesses fastened and secure.
So once you check the harnesses, check mine. Lean over it. Make sure the door's locked as well.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Windows shut.
That's it.
Carb heat set to cold. Transponder he hasn't given us yet, but it's gonna. We know what it's gonna be because
we'll wait till it gives it. Yeah, just leave it on standby, and we'll just wait for him to give it to us. But check the controls full and free. There we go. Full and free.
Okay.
And happy, Paul?
Can I tell that I'm standby?
That's standby. Keep it on standby.
All right. Okay.
So now what we need to do, close the throttle, line back up at Echo 2. That's it, close the throttle, then take the brakes off once and then you add the power back in.
Whiskey Tower, how much longer for the checks?
We're ready now, so go for Whiskey.
Bravo Whiskey Roger, via Echo 2, you can line up runway 28, you've been number 2 to 182, just lined up past Delta.
Number 2 and visual with the Cessna, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Golf Echo Alpha, be a right-hand circuit.
So it's cleared us to line up. Okay.
Behind you to the north.
Right circuit, Roger, Golf Echo Alpha.
Echo Alpha squawk 0450.
0450, Golf Echo Alpha.
Golf Echo Alpha, runway 28, clear takeoff, circus wind 2.
So as we're going on, clear on approach. We know about the Cessna that we're behind.
Hold position after parts be right turn, squawk 0450.
Holding position and squawking 0450, Golf Bravo Whiskey. So now that is give us the squawk, Paul, okay? Make sure the fuel pump and landing light can go on. We can put the 0450 into the transponder box. So if you line up first and just
line up first.
and then hold it. So if you just straighten the wheel up, that's it. Hold it on the foot brakes, just set 1200. And if you put, once you've done that, 0450, and then you press the on. So 0450 and on. There we go.
Yeah.
And now we're just waiting for ATC to give us a call. Now, you okay with the takeoff, Paul?
Yeah.
So we're going to be climbing at 85, okay? So you know how to do that now.
Whiskey, right, turn out, runway 28 clear for takeoff, 27014 knots.
What was that?
Clear takeoff, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Clear takeoff, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Okay, Paul?
Okay.
Do you want me to take that for you?
Yeah, hold that just in case we need it at any point.
Yeah, there we go. I'll just put them on e-board for you. So that's it.
Takeoff, full to power.
Yep, so the wind is more or less down the runway, so full power. Keep your hand on the throttle to keep it there, okay? Don't take it off until I tell you. A little bit of back pressure to take the weight off the nose wheel.
Yeah.
So the power is set.
T's and P's.
T's and P's are all good. The airspeed is increasing.
Yeah.
And there's no warning light, so we're past 65, you can rotate. So pull back, that's it. Now we're just initially keep your hand on the throttle. That's it, always keep it on the throttle. That's it. So make sure it's to the right a little bit, we're being blown. Ball in the middle, so a bit of right rudder. That's it, keep the ball in the middle.
Well, it's turning out to be a lovely morning.
It is indeed. So we're above 300 feet now, so if you want to trim to just hold it there at 85.
Okay.
Okay. That's it, and we're past the 500 feet, so you can do a little gentle turn to the right for me, Paul, just to go up the coastline.
Okay.
So clear to the right.
Out.
Alpha 2 for the takeoff, winds 26015 knots.
So, just lower the nose a tiny bit. That's it, so you can just roll the wings back level, that's it, Paul. Now, because we're past 1,000 feet, okay, you can now take your hand off, and we're looking down here, we've still got fuel pressure, so I can turn that off. A bit low that, isn't it? So I might just leave that on for the moment. And what I'd like you to do is level off at 1500 for me, please, Paul. So you know how to level off now?
Yeah. Just the odd white fluffy going by.
It is, there's just a few that I'll probably burn up a bit in this afternoon.
Yeah.
It's improved from this morning though.
Yeah.
So there you go, so it's coming in now, so attitude, that's it. Allow the speed to build up, then reduce the power back to 22.
You got it.
And then trim to keep it all nice and level. So watch you don't push forward as you do it, remember what we said last time about when you lean somewhere, don't take the plane with you.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, I have control, Paul.
Okay.
Just follow me through on the controls, alright? So we're going to look at doing a climbing turn. So the first thing that we need to do before we do any manoeuvre is start with a good lookout. So I'm having a good lookout above us, because we're climbing. And I'm having a good lookout to the left of the aeroplane as well, because we're going to do a climbing turn to the left. Okay, so I'm quite happy. There's nobody about, so mixture's rich.
Yep.
Power goes to full. Okay, I'm then going to select climbing attitude, 85 miles an hour. Keeping the ball in the middle, okay? I'm then going to trim for 85, okay? And now I'm going to start a gentle 15-degree bank turn, okay?
Yeah.
There you go. That's what it looks like out the winter, okay? Now as I do a bit of bank, okay, I'm just lowering the nose a fraction just to maintain.
Blackpool radar 1190, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
95. There we go. So we'll wait for it. So you can see there, we're doing a nice gradual climbing turn. We're still climbing.
Yeah.
And we're limiting it to 15 degrees of bank.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to come around in a big circle for you.
Do I need to call him?
I'll do it for you in a second.
Since it's the lovely David.
I'll do it. So there you go, you see I'm still climbing, 15 degrees bank, 85 miles. Still doing a lookout.
Yeah.
Still looking at the attitude. Quick glance at the instruments, I'll do the radio for you. Blackpool radar, good morning, Golf Bravo, Romeo Bravo Whiskey, request basic service. So looking at attitude, instruments. Try again for it. Blackpool radar, good morning, Golf Bravo, Romeo Bravo Whiskey, request basic service.
Golf Bravo, Bravo Whiskey, Blackpool with the basic service, QNH 1018.
Basic service, QNH 1018, Golf Bravo Whiskey. So there you go. Lookout, attitude on the horizon, instruments 85, still climbing, still doing 15 degrees bank. Alright, Paul?
Yeah.
So in a second I'm just going to roll the wings back level and level off, and I want you just to repeat exactly what I've just done. Starting with a lookout. So back up the coast, that's good. If you want to level off for me for the practice, so remember, attitude, wait for the speed to build up. There's the speed, so now you can reduce the power back to 22, and then trim on the aeroplane.
See if we can stay away from this little white
Watch you
fluffies.
don't press the left pedal as you're doing it, because you're just sending the ball out slightly. Get it all nicely in trim.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, you happy? It's in trim?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do is exactly what I did, okay? starting with your lookout, enter a climb, then start to roll on a 15-degree bank.
We're going left.
That's copied, thanks Golf Bravo Whiskey. So that's it, starting with a good lookout, and we're going to go to the left, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions you want to ask me
No,
before you do it?
fine.
Quite happy.
Yeah.
Okay, in your own time then, Paul, I'd like you to do a climbing turn to the left.
Right.
So, mixture's rich, power all the way full. So set the climb up first, 85 miles an hour, ball in the middle.
C4 is a banner to an aircraft route 4 miles north east southbound indicating 1000 feet.
And then trim to hold 85. Remember, it takes time for the plane to settle down at a speed. That's it. Ball in the middle.
I just set that to 85.
There you go. So now you've got the climb set up.
Yeah.
You can do a gentle 15-degree turn to left. So good lookout. That's it.
Yeah,
Start to roll on 15 degrees of bank for me, please, Paul. And then check it there when you've got the 15 degree bank. There you go.
Yeah.
Spot on. So looking out, making sure there's clear airspace for us. Attitude, we've got a nice 15-degree bank. Instruments, there you go.
Yep.
85 miles an hour, 15, showing a climb.
So what you mean about you keep having to fight back again?
Yep, it'll just want to keep rolling into the turn, and you've got to keep just correcting it. That's it. So good lookout as you're doing it, Paul.
It's a very slight incline, isn't it, really?
It's nice, isn't it?
15, yeah.
Blackpool Wedge, it's got like also just approaching south.
It actually feels very gentle.
It's good, that's what you want, isn't it? A nice gentle, that's it. So making sure lookout, attitude, instrument. So making sure you've still got the 85 we've got, still got 15 degrees, and we're still doing a good climbing turn to the left. Good.
Yeah.
Keep the scan going.
Blackpool uniform 3-4, be operating now, block to 1500, 2,500 feet just to the east of Southport.
So just keep it coming around, keep doing your scan, lookout, attitude, instrument.
On C4, roger, there is a banner towing aircraft about 4 miles north of you southbound indicating 1100 feet.
3-4, roger, that's coming.
That's it, Paul. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll out on a northerly heading. And then we're going to start to level off.
Blackpool radar, it's Delta Echo Kilo Echo uniform inbound.
Rolling it off.
That's it, so roll the wings level. Now once the wings are level, it's just your standard levelling off. Yeah. Attitude.
1018, weather is November.
1018 information, November.
Power then trim, Paul. Remember power then trim. So power, back as the speed comes up. Power back to 22.
Uniform, roger, question point of departure and aircraft type, please.
And trim.
Keeping that.
That's it. Just remember, wait for it to stabilise, then adjust the power before trimming. Otherwise you'll trim.
Roger, that's understood. Report Marside and Scott 0450, please.
Fine.
Call your Marside, say again the score.
So just
0450.
0450.
raise it a tiny bit, hold it, and then retrim just for that. Make sure you've got the right power set. That's it. That's it. Alright, Paul?
Yeah.
So just remember, because if you start to trim and then you adjust the power,
Go nowhere.
then the nose is going to drop and you're going to have to retrim and reset everything up. So let the airspeed stabilise,
Yeah.
then reduce the power back to 22 and then trim. Okay, Paul? There's got a bit of a break in the cloud, have we?
Not a great deal.
Okay, Paul, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you another climb, and I'm just going to go past 15 degrees of bank, okay? Now, remember on the whiteboard I said as we go past 15 degrees, we reduce the amount of lift available to help the airplane climb, and this should reduce, okay? So I'm going to do one, and I'm just going to go past 15 degrees. So, good lookout again before we start the manoeuvre. Mixture's rich,
Yep,
okay? And power goes to full, okay? Selecting the climb attitude of 85 miles an hour, keeping the ball in the middle, And then I'm trimming to hold it there. Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to do a 15-degree bank turn initially. Okay. So there you go. There's 15. Now look at that. We're doing about 500 feet per minute, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm going to start to increase the bank now and watch what happens to the rate of climb. Okay. It drops. Look at that. Can you see how it's reduced? We're doing a 30-degree one there now, and it's gone down to what, 100, 200 at most?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to come back to 15 for you. And look at it back up to 500. So you can clearly see, if we go more than 15 degrees, we lose the ability to climb.
Yeah.
So that's why we limit the bank when we're climbing to 15 degrees, okay? No more than that, if you can. Nice and gentle, climbing nicely.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, I'll just get you back round. And then what I want you to do, in fact I'll do it on that one. So attitude, power, and trim. Right, what I'd like you to do, Paul, okay, you don't need to do that, you just need to understand the relationship. You could clearly see when I went past 15 degrees,
Yeah.
the aeroplane lost the ability to climb, and you noticed it went down to about 100,
Yeah.
200 feet per rate of climb. Okay, as long as you understand that, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Limit it to 15 degrees a bank, no more. Okay, what I'd like you to do, Paul, is I'd like you to do a climbing turn, okay? We're currently going on to easterly, compass is on easterly. I'd like you to do a climbing turn, please, all the way around to the left onto 180, okay?
Okay.
And then level off. So start with the climb first, so start with your lookout. Mixture's rich.
Okay.
Okay, apply full power. That's it, so set up the climb. To 5 miles an hour, then trim. And then once it's trimmed, I'd like you to do a nice climbing 15-degree turn bank to the left, please, for me, Paul. So is the ball. Keep the ball in the middle as well. That's it. So a nice gentle turn, please. Left onto 180. Good lookout, yep. So you can start climbing, turn to the left, 15 degrees back. It's nice this climbing turn, my like, isn't it?
It isn't much different to a turn, isn't it?
It's putting everything together now, okay?
Yeah.
You've done turning, you've done climbing twice, so it's putting everything together now. So just to let you know, that's Fleetwood just on the coast down there.
Got it.
Just to get your bearings. That's it, lookout, attitude, instruments. Looking out, attitude, instruments. And then all I want you to do is roll the wings level on 180 and just continue the climb for me. It's quite nice up here today, isn't it?
It's actually nice to have a bit of white and fluffy below it, yeah. Makes it more interesting.
Got to keep a good lookout on days like today. So having a good lookout as well. Now remember when I said about half the bank angle? We're only doing 15, aren't we? So 7 degrees or so. Start to roll the wings back level. So anticipating getting there, not just yet, because not on 180. Keep the turn going, 180.
Oh yeah, alright.
So we're just anticipating before we get there. So that's it, about 7 degrees before. That's the anticipation. Spot on, well done. And if you want to level up for me, please, Paul, before we get a nosebleed any higher. Attitude. Wait for the speed, there it goes.
Yeah.
Power back to 22. And then trim. Yep, okay Paul, can you turn me onto a heading of 330 please, that's 330, and we'll go to the right if you can please, so nice level turn please, 330, so starting with lookout, opposite direction, all the way around, clear in the direction, so that's it, you know how to do a turn now, you can do a nice 30-degree bank for me, so remember the back pressure to maintain the lift, so lookout, attitude, instrument, so just doing a little gentle, that's it, a bit more back pressure, tiny bit, remember. That's it, nice. Look out, attitude, instrument, just make sure you got your bank, that's it, a bit more. That's it, and then anticipate rolling out to level.
330.
That's it. Okay Paul?
Yep.
That's it, and just release the back pressure as we're leveling up. Good man, spot on, 6,000 feet spot on. Okay, now what we're going to look at, that is basically a climbing turn, okay? Because we're at 6,000 feet, I'm going to do some descending, and then we're going to do some more climbing, and then come back down again.
Otherwise we meet the space shuttle.
Otherwise we meet the space shuttle. Alright, Paul. So we're going to start up a descent in a moment.
Yeah.
So this is how we're going to do a nice descending turn. We're going to go to the left. So I'm going to put the carburetor heat on. I'm then going to have a good look out to make sure there's no other aeroplanes below us or around us. And that gives the chance for the carburetor heat to do its job. Yep.
Yep.
And I'm going to pull the power back. So I'm just going to do a nice powered one, 1800 RPM. Let the speed come back to 85. And I'm just going to lower the nose to maintain it. And trim. Okay.
Yeah.
Just settle at 85. And then we're just going to do a nice descending turn. So I've set the rate of descent up, and it's just going to roll the bank on. Now we can go to about 30 degrees.
You're only 30.
There we go. So it's still the same, looking out in the direction where we're turning, and below us of course. Attitude, that's it. And instruments, still got the 85, 30 degrees, just doing a nice rate of descent.
Yeah.
That's it, looking out, attitude, instruments. I'm not going to go in that cloud, so I'm just going to roll the wings back level there. Okay. Carburetor heat goes to cold, and I'm just going to level off at 5,000 feet. Put the power back in, 22. And then I'm just going to trim there. Alright Paul.
Yep.
So what I want you to do is just do exactly what I did, and we're just going to enter a nice gradual descent to the left. Okay. So if you just come through the gap first so we can see where we're going, get a bit of clear airspace over the bay. So we stay out of the cloud so we can see what we're doing. And if we just head through that nice big gap, you have control Paul, you can just head for that gap for me. And you can just see Fleetwood just on the left hand side of the nose, so we're just going to head towards Fleetwood and just head towards Barrow, which you can see just over there. Can we see the Isle of Man today? Not quite, see it?
No, not quite.
So we'll just head in this way, and what you can do, Paul, for me...
You can see the place I never knew existed, Walney Island.
We've been flying for 25 minutes, and we have 3.5 hours fuel. If you'd like to do a freezer check for me.
Yep, so fuel, we're fine.
So
we're on the full tank, which is the left.
Yep, and they should be burned about even now, because we had 2 hours, 3 hours 30.
Yeah. Radio, we're on 119, next will be Blackpool 1184.
Squawking
0450.
Yep.
Engine pressures, and your altimeter and your suction.
Yep. T's and P's are all good.
Yeah.
Don't forget the carburetor heat, so note the RPM, 2200 RPM. There's the drop, and if we just watch it before we return it, so make sure it doesn't start to creep up. So it's pretty much staying where it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as you put it back to cold, it goes back to the original value, 22. There we go, okay.
DI are matched.
So making sure the wings are absolutely perfectly steady as we do it. So I get 315, 315.
Yep,
Yep.
315.
And we've still got the QNH 1018 done.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Don't forget the freedom checks every now and again. Make sure everything's operating. So we're just going to go in this clear bit.
Yep.
So we can see where we're going. And then what I'd like you to do, Paul, to make sure you've got level flight out as well. That's it. Is I'd like you to enter a descent, and we're going to do a nice descending turn to the left, please.
So reduce the power.
So carburetor heat goes hot, then start your lookout. Good lookout. Yep.
Especially down.
Yep.
You going what, about 18?
Yeah, just nice power descent will do.
Yeah.
Okay, speed to 85.
Yeah.
And then trim to hold it there.
Speed at 85.
And then what we're going to do, Paul, once you've got the 85,
Yeah.
is we're just going to do a nice turn to the left. So as we do, just start to roll the bank on.
Okay. We're going 30%.
30 degrees.
30 degrees.
There we go. That's it. So looking out, attitude, instruments. Now you'll find that it wants to overbank,
Yep,
and
so
you're going to
you
have
keep
to
correcting,
keep making these
keep
little
correcting,
corrections to keep it in the right position. That's it. So looking out, attitude. Now make sure when you go back to the attitude, when you come back you don't. That's it.
Yeah.
Keep it on. That's it. People tend to move their heads and take the plane with them. Stop doing it. I've noticed you do that quite a bit. Take your head with it and take the plane the way you're going. That's it. Looking out, because obviously we want to make sure the place what we're going to go into. The airspeed's just a little bit high, so if you just raise the nose a tiny bit, that's it. Good, that's good, Paul. Okay. Now just have a quick look down here. Can you see it? We're doing about a 500 feet per minute rate of descent if you just get 85 back. Okay, nice and relaxed on the controls, remember. Okay, we're doing about 500 feet per minute, well, 3 to 400, isn't it? Okay. I just have control 1 second. Just watch what happens, okay, as I start to put more bank on.
It will drop dramatically.
Yeah, can you see how it started? Look at this now, it's starting to go really, really... That's why we limit it to 30 degrees, okay? Don't go more than 30. We don't want you to end up going in a spiral drive on control. If it does start to go too much, okay, reduce the bank angle.
And pull back.
Yeah, raise the nose up a bit, that's it. Let it slow down, and then reapply the bank.
Yeah.
Okay? That's it. So you have control, just keep it there. Looking out. And I'll keep badgering you. You'll probably hear me in your sleep doing all these things.
I wonder who woke me up the other night. So I'm sure I can hear Chris's voice.
Power, attitude, trim, yeah. That's it. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to roll the wings level on north for me. As the airspeed starts to creep up a bit, just raise the nose a tiny bit. We're going to roll the wings level back on north. Remember, that's it, half the bank angle, that's it. Now keep letting it descend a moment. And then we're going to level off. So carburetor heat goes to cold as you would a normal level off, and then the power back to 22. Now it wants to pitch the nose up as you put the power in, so you have to check it when it's in the right position, and then hold it there and trim. Hold it and trim. Okay, Paul, so you clearly saw when we went past that 30 degrees bank, the VSI started to go off the clock, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that becomes a bit dangerous now, okay? So make sure that we limited to 30 degrees. If it starts to get out of hand, roll the wings a bit level,
Yeah.
raise the nose to slow the rate of descent down, and then when it's under control, just reapply the
Take it back, yeah.
Okay. Right. Let's just get our bearings. That's
Fleetwood.
Fleetport down there.
Yeah,
You can
got
see all the
Fleetport,
Fleetport.
yeah.
And we're just near Fleetwood. That's right.
And the lovely Knot End Ferry.
Hey,
The lovely little Knot End Ferry.
there we go. Right. What we're going to do now, Paul, is we're just going to start a climbing turn. Let's just make sure we can see what we're doing first. And we're going to practice doing one to the right, okay? And at some point I'm going to tell you to level off. And just roll the wings level, roll the wings level, and then I'm going to tell you to level off, okay? Just coming back. Trying to get us on the other cloud a minute, Paul, 1 second, so I can see where we're going. I have control. Oh.
It's the lake at Fleetwood.
Yeah, no, I'm just coming out of this cloud. I don't want you to go in. I'm trying to keep you in this nice patch of
Yeah.
nice clean air for you. It's called situational awareness. We're heading westerly, so we're heading towards Isle of Man at the moment.
Lunch in Ronald's Way, lovely.
We've got a bow out on the right, which
Yeah.
I'm actually using this as well to keep my bearings. Getting in the bay a little bit. Down to 2,000 feet. Just on the coast of Fleetwood now, seeing the golf course.
Yeah.
I'll just keep you in this nice bit of fresh air. Right, okay. So we're in the bay, you've got a nice big patch of blue sky above us and below.
Yeah.
In your own time, I'd like you to enter a climb and then do a climbing turn all the way back round onto west for me.
Okay.
Starting with your lookout. Bit good lookout, so mixture's rich, power to full. Okay, select 85. So once you've got 85 trim, keep the ball in the middle. Remember, as it slows down, the rudder becomes less effective. Just punch my feelings for a second. And start a gentle turn to the right, Paul. Once you're happy.
Okay.
Come right, Paul, into that blue airspace. You're missing the airspace now. So get turned to the right and stay in that nice clear spot. That's it. 85, 15 degrees bank, ball in the middle. Looking out, altitude, instruments. That's it, and we're just going to come all the way around in a nice right hand direction, back onto west.
They creep up on you, those clouds.
Well, it's a big patch here, can you see this big clear patch?
Yeah.
Well, you can see Fleetwood down there, we've got Haitian Power Station, Barrow over there. You can see Blackpool Tower just over the right hand shoulder, see it?
Yeah.
Sticking up. That's it. 15 degrees bank, 85 miles an hour, balls in the middle, and keeping a good lookout. So I'll just give you a few practice turns left and right and descending, okay, and just putting you on headings and levelling off just for a bit of practice. And then we'll head back towards Blackpool. For tea and medals. That's it, so good lookout. Nice 15 degree bank, balls in the middle, good, all nice. Just watch the airspeed a fraction, just a tiny bit, raise it to keep the 85. And obviously it wants to keep over banking, so you need to keep making the little correction. That's it. So remember, half the bank angle about 7 degrees before 270.
Yeah.
So keep the 15.
Yeah. Yeah, for all it seemed cool earlier, it isn't now.
It is warmed up, isn't it? It's because you're working hard, that's what it is. That's it. Just a little bit too early, that ball.
Yeah.
Just a fraction too early. That's it, just a tiny bit more to the right. That's it, fantastic. And if you level me off at 4,000 feet, please, Paul. Make sure you get the nose down, and then it'll accelerate it in level flight. That's it.
Yeah.
Now it'll start to accelerate. You see it's starting to accelerate before now? Now you can bring the power back. Yeah, power back to 22. Keep the nose where it is on the horizon. That's it. Keep it constant. 22. And trim. Now don't take the plane with you. That's it.
I'd rather take the plane with me, I don't want to leave it behind.
Hey?
I don't want to leave the plane behind, I'd rather take it with me.
Right, okay, Paul?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, I just have control 1 second, I'll just take you back to the bay area.
Nice clear sky ahead.
That is. This bay always goes clear. It's just this little Blackpool bubble. So what I'm going to do in a moment, Paul, is we're going to do a descending turn, but this time we're going to go to the right. You've done one to the left, we're going to do one to the right. So we'll just get in this nice little blue bit, and we'll do one back down. Okay, Paul, so in your own time, start with a lookout, and remembering to put the car beat hot this time before we reduce the power. That's it, and a good lookout below us and all around the aeroplane.
Yeah.
Now you can reduce the power, okay? Try to hold it there as you reduce the power to 1800, that's it. And as it comes back to 85, then you can lower the nose just to maintain it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then trim to hold the 85.
Yeah. Got
Fantastic. Okay. And if you want to do a nice descending turn, please to the right this time. So you've done one to the left, we're going to do one to the right.
Okay.
And we'll just keep going round until I tell you to roll the wings level and to level off. So we'll just descend down in this nice bit.
Yeah.
85 miles an hour, that's it. And as it wants to overbank, you've got to make the little correction. Put the bank in, sorry. Looking out. Don't forget to look out. Don't fixate on the instruments. Look out the cockpit window, alright? People fixate on these. Enjoy the view as well. Remember, flying to front.
Is that what's going to be tattooed on your gravestone?
Flying to front.
Flying was fun. I prefer putting, I told you I was ill.
Yeah. That's it. So what I'd like you to do, matey, is once we're on north,
Yeah.
I want you to roll the wings back level for me. That's it, Paul, good. So just watch, remember it wants to kind of roll you out the turn, so you've got to keep putting the bank in. That's it. There's the 0. Bit of rudder as well. Good, spot on, well done. And still got 85 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And we'll just descend down to 2,500 feet for me. And then if you level off at 2.5, so don't pull the nose up.
Yeah.
Let the nose lower. That's it, hold it there. Good man. Let the trim do its job. Or in fact, if you go down to 2,000, that'll take us just below the cloud on the way back in, so we can see where we're going.
103, runway news 28, surface wind 270, 16 knots, visibility 40 kilometers.
And if you want to turn on to 150, please. Get a good look out.
1,800 feet, temperature +1 niner, dew point +1.
So we're still using runway 28. That's it.
So things haven't changed.
Watch the speed, Paul. That's it. And it might just happen at the same time, these 150 and 2000. Maybe not, maybe 150 first. That's it, 150. And we're going to level off at 2,000 feet, okay Paul?
Yeah.
That should take us just under the cloud nicely then. So 100 feet before, carburetor heat can go to off, cold. That's it, and we're anticipating putting the power back in. So if you start putting the power back in now, back to 22. Get the attitude right. And then trim. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, keep the ball in the middle.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
questions?
fine. No,
Or-
it's fine.
Fantastic, right, if you just follow the river wire back for me.
Okay.
That's it, good look out. Take you just a little bit under the cloud just to get you under it.
At least you can see through this bit.
Yeah, you can see through it. There we go. We'll just come down a little bit lower actually so you can stay visual.
Yeah.
Papa Red, get up, please, go.
So when do you normally ask for rejoin then?
I'm going to ask when I get to the VRP at Poolton, which is just on the nose.
Okay.
QH1019, basic service, go.
So the call is the short call sign and rejoin
Yeah,
at the
just
pool.
Golf Bravo Whiskey, Poolton for rejoin. Okay, I'll let you level off for me at 1500. And that'll keep you nicely visual all the way back to Blackpool. You okay with the radio, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So watch the
It's a bit like directory inquiries, only when he starts asking me different things have I got a problem.
Okay. So start putting the power in to capture it, the altitude. 22. Power. Attitude.
Yeah.
And then trim. And Poolton is, can you see this little town down here on the right hand side?
Yeah, yeah.
That's Poolton.
Yeah.
So if you just keep us at 1,500 feet, please. You don't need your little book, do you?
No.
Sure?
Yeah, don't think so. Bit bumpy all of a sudden.
And make sure you hold the altitude.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it nicely in trim.
So our delightful next one then is stalls, is it?
Stalling. We need a good, we need to be recovering by 3,000 feet AGL, so we need a good high cloud when we do that one, Paul. not as bumpy as it was on Thursday. That was really bumpy. That it was just bumping
It was a
around.
nice day though, wasn't it?
It was gorgeous. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, but it was so bumpy.
Yeah.
Making sure we're not descending, Paul.
So Poulton is just to the right of the shower, the
Yeah,
shower
just,
bridge
just
then.
yeah, just well, just over here,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
here. It's the train station's the VRP. And you can see Blackpool Airport just on the nose to the right hand side, and it'll be runway 28 landing towards the sea.
I can see the gas holders.
Yep. Once you get over Poulton, you can just say
Give him a call.
Golf Bar Whiskey, Poulton for rejoin. And he's probably going to say contact the tower 118.4. You just say contact
118.4.
tower 118.4 Golf Bravo Whiskey. Remember to finish with the abbreviated call sign. You can give him a call now. We're only on the right hand side of the aircraft.
Blackpool radar, Golf Bravo Whiskey, out Poulton for rejoin.
He'll get back to you in a minute.
Station calling back for a try again.
Golf Bravo Whiskey, out Poulton for rejoin.
Golf Bravo Whiskey, contact tower 118.4, bye-bye.
Tower 108.40, goodbye. Flip.
So it's,
Information Papa, 2H1018.
make sure you get the full digit 118.40, okay? And it's Golf Bravo Whiskey at the end. Okay.
So CI QNH correct, taxi Echo 2 for 28 Bravo Charlie and Echo.
Taxi Bravo Charlie, Echo, Echo 2.
So start with the full thing.
Yep, because it's a new person that we're going to speak to, so he's not heard you, so he's going to have to write down the full one.
And
So,
at Poulton for
Poulton for
rejoin.
rejoin, yep. So Blackpool Tower, Golf Bravo, Romeo Bravo Whiskey at Poulton for rejoin.
Golf Bravo, Romeo Bravo Whiskey at Poulton for rejoin.
Golf Romeo Bravo Whiskey Blackpool Tower, report east of the tall tower for 28.
Wilco, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Wilco, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
So,
Kilo Whiskey, contact Blackpool.
so east of the tall tower is anywhere from here to the east coast of the UK, husband.
You don't have to be totally square then to it.
But no, once you're a beam it, okay, and we're on the eastern side.
Kilo Whiskey, contact Blackpool radar 119.
That's fabulous.
50.
Okay, so we'll just do a quick free to check. So fuel,
Fuel.
we've been going now for, let me just work it out.
40 minutes.
Yeah, about that. So we're good on the fuel tank that we're on.
Yeah.
Radio, got
Radios
tower
we're on.
184.
Yeah.
Gonna let you do it.
Ammeter and suction.
Good, yeah.
Fine. Direction, we know where we go at fuel.
Make sure you put the carburetor heat on, that's it. So note the RPM. Once you apply the heat, you look for the drop. Now we're just going to send a gradual descent now, okay? Just to be 1,000 feet. You see how bumpy it's going?
Yeah, yeah.
Taxi for an Alpha Fox.
And if you just bring the speed back to about 85 for me. I can just trim that. These appears all good. Brakes on, goes down, mixes rich, fuel pump on, landing light on your seatbelt, securely fastened
Yeah,
for landing
yeah.
pole. Fantastic.
I'm there.
And Golf Bravo Whiskey is east of the tall tower.
Golf Bravo Whiskey, report final to 8.
We'll go Golf Bravo Whiskey. That's it. I don't like it when it bumps like this. Takes the fun out of it, doesn't it?
And start to look at putting stages of flapping.
Not just yet. I'm going to put one stage of flapping, we're just a little bit high, so it'll help with the, make sure the speed's in the white arc first. That's it, good man. Once in. And we're just going to let it slow down to 85 miles an hour and trim. Pull the nose back a tiny bit. That's it, let the speed come back. That's it, and just start trimming there for 85.
Golf Delta Foxtrot, taxi Alpha 2 for takeoff, surface wind 27015 knots.
Okay, take us Alpha Delta Fox.
You wouldn't have thought it was that bumpy, would you?
It is not as bad as Thursday. That was really bad on Thursday.
I'm getting the gist that Thursday was bad.
Yeah. When the wings start doing
You're
their
trying to tell me Thursday was bad.
It was. That's it. So we're going to land halfway down, Paul,
Yeah.
save us taxiing and time on the runway. And if you want to put second stage, so
in.
white arc confirmed,
Yeah.
and deploy second stage. That's it. Until it clicks. 85. And trim to hold at 85. Make sure it's nicely in trim. A trimmed aeroplane is easy to fly.
Golf Fox Sierra, Echo 2, ready for departure.
Golf Fox Sierra via taxi Echo, land at runway 28.
That's it.
Echo 2, line up runway 28.
So you can see the runway that we're going to be landing on the right hand side, Paul.
Yep. So the next call's what? Right base 2A?
Now we've just passed it and the next plan's on final. So once we're on the centre line of the runway, we can say Golf Bravo Whiskey final once we're pointing on it. Let you know it's coming in. That's it. So if you start a gentle turn to the right for me,
Yeah.
just to line us up, that's it. Don't go any more than that. That's it.
Give him a call.
Yeah, Golf Bravo Whiskey final.
Golf Bravo Whiskey, final 2A.
Golf Whiskey, continue approach when departing.
Continuing Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Continuing Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Okay, so put the carburetor heat to cold in case we need to do a go around. There he is, he's just airborne now. And if you want to,
stage in.
yeah, pull the final first stage in now for us.
Golf Bravo Whiskey, runway 28, clear to land 270, 6 knots.
Lead to land, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Clear to land, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Okay, Paul, we want to just bring the speed back a tiny bit more to about 80, so I'll just trim it for you for 80.
Okay.
That's it, and we're just keeping it on the runway now, okay? I'll control the throttle for you. Keep it on the centre line.
That centre line.
That's bang on the centre line there now.
Yeah, I'm looking at this hinge.
Look out the window, forget that, just point at the runway.
No, I'm looking for the hinge. I know where the centre line is with the hinge.
Nice and relaxed on the control, Paul, nice and relaxed, okay? Because I'm going to have a bit of input as well. That's it, we're just going to land mid-runway. The wind slightly from the left. The wind stop, that's it.
Yeah.
Nice and relaxed, Paul. Nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
You're relaxed?
Yeah, yeah.
Just keep it as... That's it. That's it.
I'll pull it back slightly.
Not just yet, not just yet. Now start to roll it. That's it. Just keep it level, wings level. That's it. Let it float, let it float, let it float. Good man. That's it. Keep it under control of the pedals. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
I
are
have
the
control.
flaps?
Do you want to... No, leave the flaps where they are. If you want to open the window, let some fresh air in. I have control. Just get us off the runway. Thank you. I can cool it in the cabin. I've got the pedals, mate. That's
Okay.
it.
Got it.
And what you could do whilst I'm taxiing is if you find the after takeoff checklist for me and get it ready.
You got it there?
Sorry, I thought it was on your knee board. There we go. Golf Bravo Whiskey, are we okay vacating 3-1 and Alpha Flight 20?
Golf Bravo Whiskey, A firm.
Thanks very much, Golf Bravo Whiskey.
Golf Fox Sierra, contact Blackpool radar 119.150.
Carburetor heat to cold.
So we'll wait till we're off the runway, because we're still on the ground part of the thing, so we've not landed yet, technically. So, because we're on the ground. Now, once the tail of the aeroplane has gone over the holding point off the runway,
Fuel pumps, request taxi, have information Quebec, QNH 1018.
You can now release them.
North India Hotel X.
that's it. So now that we're off the runway and we're tails over the holding point,
Echo 2.
you can go through the after checklist for me.
Carburetor heat off.
Yep.
Flaps.
Echo 2 for 28 via Bravo Charlie.
Down to 0.
India Hotel X-ray Delta.
Throttle fiction loose. Fuel pump off.
Yep.
Radios are non-essential.
So landing light can go off. That's the non-essential one. That one. And if you turn that to standby.
Yeah.
Press standby. Okay, Paul. And that should go to standby.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I take that after landing check is completed. So one hand on the control, one hand on the throttle. And
Take us back home.
take us back to the gate.
Well, that's better. Somebody's over the air conditioning.
So yeah, the next time you come in, Paul, it'll be stalling. Read chapter 10
Can
in
you
your book.
just add recovery on the end of that? I'd rather it just have the recovery bit as well.
Okay, we'll be looking at the standard store recovery. That's it, so we're picking the yellow line up.
So when there's tail spinning,
Bit of hooliganism playing.
so somebody stuck a video on of that, and I thought, nah, not now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Between the seats.
Have they repainted this?
They have, because
I was gonna
people
say,
kept
look
coming
right.
onto the runway and missing the holding point, so they've put big red box with white lighting. Runway.
Yeah, well, there's a bridge in Stoke that says danger low bridge, and the amount of trucks that still get stuck under it is ridiculous.
So we're going to pick the one up with number 2 on Paul, okay?
Missed
Watch
the
out
grid.
for the grid, that's it. Always watch the grid. We don't want to put the wheel in there, that's it. And as it comes around to the left, going back towards the flying school. And then we're just going back towards the flying school. There we go, fantastic. Okay, I have control a second. I control, just test the brakes before we go on it. My brakes work. A pocket in the shade.
Keep it cool, park it in
Keep
the
it
shade.
going, yeah.
Well, it depends whether you're the next one out.
I am, yeah.
In that case, park it in the shade. If not, leave it in direct sunlight. Not seen the blue one before.
It's just come over from France.
Alright.
It's not one of ours, though. There we go. Okay, Paul, on your
Okay.
checklist, you've got the shutdown check.
Yep, you've got it there.
There you go.
Where's me? Who's your father?
Oh, stand by. There we go.
Yep, we're into when parking brake is on. Engines at 1200. Cover the brakes. Magnetos for the dead cut.
Always remember, take your time when you do that. That's it,
Yeah.
one click, back to both. Check the other mag. Start, drop, back to both.
Radios and nabs off in the reverse order. World Swally switch.
So off,
It is
that's
off.
the one, yeah.
Does it take a while?
There you go, that's it, goes off.
Okay.